In this case, we're going to go beyond Mendel's laws. So what you have learned in the previous sets may not necessarily apply to the following. So these are the following topics we'll be encountering. There's multiple alleles as well under codominance. So it's incomplete dominance, codominance, and multiple alleles that will have computation. Pleiotropy, epistasis, and polygenic inheritance doesn't have computation. So Mendel was lucky because he worked with a very simple system. P's are simple. They have two alleles, one of which are dominant over the other, so there are polar opposites, and that the relationship between genotype and phenotype, it's not that simple. Usually there are more genes that actually control the traits that we have. These are the following definitions for incomplete dominance. The dominant allele cannot fully mask the recessive allele, so this leads to a blending of the phenotypes. For codominance, there are more than two alleles for dominant traits. For multiple alleles, there are more than two types of alleles. Sometimes there are even four, encoding for one trait. For pleiotropy, one gene tends to give or encode for multiple phenotypes. So one gene can affect one genotype can affect multiple phenotypes altogether. For epistasis, one gene pair tends to mask the effect of other gene pairs, so they have to occur in two. Usually, a gene pair can disable the expression of others, depending on the sequence. For polygenic inheritance, here we say that several gene pairs control the expression of a trait, meaning one trait, one phenotype, multiple genotypes, or multiple genes encoding for that phenotype. So let's start with incomplete dominance. This will show that the heterozygote, the one with a big letter and a small letter, will have an intermediate blended phenotype. So for red flowers, this is the genotype, big R, big R. So it will end up having red flowers. The next one is white flowers. You will notice there's two W's. And then for pink flowers, if we combine them together, we have R and W, yielding to a combination of the phenotypes. So there's a lack of color per se. So what are the genotypes? These are the genotypes right here. They're right there in the pictures as well. So we have true breeding red flowers bred with true breeding white flowers, meaning these are pure types. Big R, big R, big W, big W. So they had pink flowers, which will have the genotype RW, and then we will have them self-pollinate. We will yield to this particular ratio, 25% red, 50% pink, 25% white. So, although they were pink, remember that they still carry alleles for being white and red. So, the traits that they passed on to their offspring help them express the following phenotypes. We have a human example right here for incomplete dominance, and that's straight, wavy, or curly hair, the texture of our hair. If you have straight hair rather, you can have big S, big S. Let's just pen that out. Wait. If you have straight hair, you can have this particular genotype. If you have curly hair, you will have this genotype. But if you have wavy hair, oh wait, I did that wrong. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Curly hair is not CS. Curly hair is actually CC. So if you have, sorry about that. So if you have wavy hair, you get a combination of both C and then S. So those are the genotypes of the individuals. Let's go back to pointer. Next slide. Now we'll have a short exercise. For incomplete dominance, curly hair is incompletely dominant over straight hair, resulting to wavy hair. So we have Collins, who marries Veronica, and they have a child named Bucky. So Collins has straight hair. Veronica has wavy hair. So what are the following chances that Bucky will have the following? So let's first write down the genotypes of our parents. Then this is the Punnett square showing the solution. This one is from Collins. This one is from Veronica. So you separate the alleles, then cross them together, and you get the following genotypes. The genotypic ratio is as follows. And then the phenotypic ratio, we interpret that CS is 2/4, straight hair is 2/4. Then let's go back to the question. Does Bucky have a chance of having straight hair? Yes. Does Bucky have a chance of having wavy hair? Yes. Does Bucky have a chance of having curly hair? No, there is 0% chance. So here's also a problem on codominance, but the definition for codominance was elaborated a little while ago. So here we have a Rowan bull paired to a white cow. If they had 8 calves in their lifetime, how many expected to be red, white, or Rowan? First, let's write down the genotypes. This is for the Rowan. This is for the white one. So simply, again, just cross them together and interpret the genotypes. So CRW 2/4, CWW 2/4. Let's interpret the genotypes into phenotypes. RW is a combination, therefore Rowan. WW is white. For someone to be red, it has to be 2 R's. Now let's go back to the question. If they had 8 calves in their lifetime, how many are expected to be red coat? Are there any red in the PR? No, so therefore 0. How many are expected to be white coat colored? So if it's white coat color, we have 1, 2/4. So 2/4, just gonna write that down, times 8. Therefore, the answer should be 8 times 2, 16. 16 divided by 4, it should be 4. What about Rowan colored? In the same way, you follow the formula, simply multiply the fraction to the whole number. Therefore, it should also be 4. Okay, so I hope you understand that bit. So that is the end of this one. Again, don't forget to do your practice sides. We have a seat for coming up, and the part 2 of this video will be coming up shortly. So, bye bye.